Welcome back to another episode of Drink Tales. And today, doing another look at another liqueur. What we got this week? This is Xila. I may have said that wrong, but that's Xila, 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 Xila. You get the idea. Feel free to correct. Coming out of Mexico. By, I believe the creator is named Hilham Salon. Women owned. Okay. The distillery is run by women. Mexico's doing their thing with their women-owned distilleries. And as far as information is concerned, I tried going to a website. The website either doesn't exist or look. When I clicked on the website, yeah, I went there and it brought up some screen talking about stranger danger or something like that. So I don't know if the website, like it said something along the lines of this website may take you somewhere where they try to steal your car or whatever. I couldn't get into the website, needless to say. Okay. But I know this information because I looked around on other websites that talked about this stuff. This has been around since like 2016. Okay. 2015. I may be wrong on the years in regards to that. Nevertheless, it made waves. And it's a shame that I couldn't get into the website because I couldn't really find any like cocktail recipes to see what was going on with this stuff. I know at the liquor store we went to pick this stuff up, they talked about how it's kind of how like making cocktails with it is kind of like top level, as it were. Like a not a lot, like it's difficult to mix or whatever. So I don't know if that's an indication of what we're getting into. It's made with Mezcal. It's a liqueur made with Mezcal. Okay. So that should be interesting nonetheless. Well, I can understand your sentiment about it. So 20% alcohol by volume, 750 milliliters. Oh, and 7 tasting notes. Yeah, I was gonna get to those in a moment. Xila Liqueur de Agave 7 Notas. So, the 7 notes, this is batch 32. Year is 2021, of course. The 7 notes, and this is why it's probably tricky and you have to be on a higher level to make cocktails out of these. The 7 notes: chile ancho, caramelized pineapple, hibiscus, pepper, clove, lavender, and cinnamon. There's a party going on. Yeah. Like I'm thinking about like what flavors go with those different things, and they're pretty all over the place. I'm not even gonna lie. But a challenge is a challenge. Let's taste it and see what we have here first. Because I'm actually curious to go to a bar of someone who has this and see what they do with it. Yeah, me too. I just don't know where to go because once again, could not get into the website. Websites usually have the liquor websites usually have like a section where they tell you where you can find this stuff, where you can find your product at. We got a sweet smell coming out of here, almost wine-like. Yeah, I like that. Interesting. I don't know if it's weird to say that I got grape vibes out of it. No, because I kind of did the smell. Definitely dig the color. And mezcal, like, use as a base? Yes. Okay. I'm just wondering if we're gonna get a smoky flavor from it like you would regular mezcal. I'm also told this stuff drinks well on its own, so here's to that, man. Okay. No smoky notes, but they're there. They're just actually the ancho stands out the most. I get grape vibes, but it might be the pineapple. I actually like this a lot. Like, I'm tasting it and I wonder, I see why this can be drank on its own. Like, I like it's got a bit of spice, a bit of heat. You wouldn't expect this to be like a spicy alcohol, but it is. Like, not like it's almost approaching what's the tequila that's hot that we reviewed a while back? Yeah, it's almost approaching ghost pepper, but not in a jarring way. And yeah, it's sweet, and I'm guessing that's from the pineapple. The lavender and the hibiscus might also have something to do with that. Well, and the cinnamon. I'm not getting any clove. Me either. And there is some smoke. There is some mezcal smoke. It's very underscored, but it's there. Yeah, this is really good. But at the same time, tasting it, I can see why it's kind of hard to make to mix with this. Why you really have to be on your shit to know what to do with this. This is high level. Right here. I bet this goes well with, and I hate to say this because it feels like it's a bit cliche, but I bet this goes well with Mexican food dishes. Well, yeah, obviously. What are we looking at? Thinking, because I do, the second part of our tasting when it comes to these reviews, we make a drink out of it, and I'm thinking about what to do with it. I have a chart. It's like a flavor pairing chart that takes all, well, not really all, but a significant amount of different fruits, spices, vegetables, and whatnot, and seasonings, and lets you know what they pair best with. Okay. So I have a pretty good idea what you can put with the pineapple. The only thing is you have to be able to match it up with several of these other flavors. I'll be most interested in seeing what I could pull from lavender, because I think concentrating on lavender in and of itself, when it comes to making a drink, would be the most interesting thing to do. Now, we'll roll around here to the next episode, and I may not be able to come up with anything, but I will at least have tried to attempt it. I'm seeing something like an elegant cocktail coming out of this. This isn't your old fashioned or something like that. This is something along the lines of maybe do I want to say Manhattan? I mean, Old Fashioned and Manhattan are kind of in that same thing. I have something in mind, but I don't know if I want to jump on that. But I will. I will investigate to see if it actually works. You know what I'm actually thinking about as far as flavors are concerned? I don't know if it'll work or not. But I've been trying to do this for a minute when it comes to mixing cocktails, making up a cocktail. I think this is the spirit that I can use to get me close enough to do a cherry cordial type deal. Even though I'm not pulling a cherry flavor from that, it's more of a grape flavor, but it's close enough.
Like with chocolate?
With a chocolate type spirit. Again, I'd have to do some testing, but in the meantime, I'm just gonna see what I can pull with the notes, with the tasting notes that we have here. What would you score it? 8.5 out of 10. 7.5 for me. It's good. I like it. I do feel like we can get more out of it. I'm gonna have to pull that out. It's definitely got a unique taste. It's definitely something. A lot of stuff we drink, and a lot of suggestions is you can drink this over ice alone by itself. And while that technically may be true, like I'll sip on those things and it's like, you could, but I wouldn't. I want to do more with that. While I do want to do more with this, I would definitely drink this straight up. Like, no questions asked. You put some ice over it, put it over ice, I would definitely drink it straight up. But I really have a desire to see what we can pull out of that.
Me too.
I would even ask too, this is probably the first time we've done this, but like if you're a mixologist or a bartender and you watch our show, what can you do with this? We would love to know.
Like I said, I tried going to the website to see what they've done with it, and the website, wouldn't let me.
Yeah, if you guys can figure out if you know what to do with this, and there's probably bartenders out there. This has been out since 2016. You said they've been using this and it's been fine. Probably go down to Mexico and like they've been using it all over the place. But I'm curious. I would like to know if there are any mixologists or bartenders that watch our show that have used this before. How did they use it outside of drinking it straight up? I'm just curious. But meanwhile, we're gonna take a stab at it in our next episode, and that'll do it for this episode. So come back next time. Like, subscribe. That'll do it for this episode of Drink Tales. Like I said, like, subscribe. Be sure to follow. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course YouTube. What else we got?
If you have a spirit, liquor, wine, beer, some type of snack, dessert, brunch meal, recipe for your favorite snack or meal or whatever, even a drink recipe, a cocktail recipe, something that no one has heard of or tried before, something that maybe is restricted to where you live and we can't get it here. Hit us up in our DMs, tell us about it. Like maybe you can tell us how to get to it, or maybe you have it and can send it to us. That goes for locations too. If you know any distilleries, bars, restaurants, speakeasies, wineries, things of that nature, let us know where they are. Hit us up. If you think there's some place that makes the best cocktails using this, let us know so that we can go there and that we can be the judge of that. But that'll do it for this episode of Drink Tales, and until next time, everybody,
Peace.